Hi everyone, how are you? This is going to be a great video. I'm going to talk about customer development, which is a theory by Steve Blank. He is a Stanford professor, and I think prior to becoming a Stanford professor, he sold 2 or 3 companies or took them public to they became publicly traded companies. So this guy knows what he's talking about. He's a very revolutionary thinker. He's probably one of the top thinkers in the business world today, and he's got this idea of customer development, and it's kind of a weird sounding thing. At first when I heard about it, I was like, is this gonna be helpful? I mean, what is this? But it's an extraordinarily helpful concept. Customer development is basically sort of the process of getting to know your customer really well. So it's almost like the development of the image that you have of them, right? Because when you first start out, you have a lot of assumptions. Like you think, oh, my customers will like this, my customers will like that. I do this all the time. Like when I build my mobile apps, or even when I make these videos, sometimes I think, oh, people will want to watch this video, or they're going to like this feature of the apps. And then when I release that feature, because those are my assumptions. And when I release that feature or make the video, then I realize, okay, that didn't really go over as well, or a different video which I didn't think was going to do as well does better. So you never know, right? Because it's all on assumptions. And the point of customer development is to develop your understanding of the customer so well that you know them and you will not make as many mistakes in assuming what they want and need. And when you do have uncertainties like assumptions, you can sort of go out and talk to your customers and ask them what they want and need, because they will often tell you, especially if they're already using your product, and they will definitely have a sense of what's working and what's really not working for them in your product. So Steve Blank has this kind of quote that's really popular. It's kind of like, get out of the building. And when I talk to people on my apps, very often that's missing from their approach, because they operate on assumptions. They think, oh, if I just build this business and the way that I'm thinking, it's gonna work out. But that person is working on assumptions, and sometimes it's very obvious when a person has not gone through that process of like reaching out to potential customers, talking to them, maybe building a prototype and putting that in their hands, so that that process becomes missing. And what you've got to do is put a little prototype into the people's hands, so that it's not, they're not entering, like, it's not theory. The discussion is in theory. You have to have something, or in some cases it's not possible to get out of theory. It's not possible to put a prototype in people's hands, but you should definitely do it when you can, because if you're talking about a concrete thing, the conversation is so much more productive, and you're definitely on the same page with the person you're talking to. Whereas if it's a theoretical thing, you think they know it, you think that you guys are thinking the same thing, but it's rarely the case. So the whole thing about getting out of the building is like literally, now you're on the web, so you can do this on the web, but you should, as much as possible, talk to your potential customers as much as possible, and get to understand, like, develop their concept in your mind, develop a greater and greater understanding of who they are, what they need, because then you'll be able to create a product that just is perfect for them. And if you create that, they will love the product, they will recommend it to their friends, it will be easier to sell the product. It's never that easy to sell the product, but it will be definitely, so your product quality, because it's made so well for that type of person that your customer is, they will love it, right? If you really understand what they need, and if they love it, everything else will be smoother. Like I mentioned, they'll recommend it, they'll buy it, you can even charge more because they like it, stuff like that, all that. And so that's pretty much the concept of Steve Blank's customer development. So I just want to leave you guys with that. So hopefully that was helpful. If it was, if you've seen my other videos, of course, I suggest that you subscribe to this channel. So yeah, please subscribe to this channel. And of course, if you are starting a business, if you're looking to sell something, I created business apps that help you, plan and start your business, and they're the Problemio apps. You can find them on problemio.com. They cover business ideas, business planning, marketing, and fundraising. I'll have the link to them in the description of this video. Or if you just search for Problemio in any of the app stores, iOS, Android, Kindle, you'll find the apps. They come as a 4-app course. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.